What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Grist Family Podcast, where we talk about friendships, love, Christ, and everything in between. My name is Kimra. This is my husband, Greg. We are so glad you guys joined us today. We're going to talk about passions today.
Passions.
Ooh, passion.
Probably not the passion you're thinking of.
Nope.
With your dirty mind. We're not talking about that kind of passion. We are going to be talking about passions, like how to know what you're passionate about. Because this is a big one. I think that a lot of people
still don't have a grasp.
Still don't understand how to kind of see or know if you're passionate about something. So we're going to get into that today.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So we're switching up a little bit today. I'm going to be actually asking Kimra some questions because I want y'all to hear more from her perspective, and I'll share my thoughts. I already talk. Y'all know I talk too much anyway, or talk a lot. So we want to hear more from Kimra about this particular subject, and we want to weigh on because we actually have two kind of different places on this. Like we agree on what it is, but we kind of have two different, and I will explain
perspective
on that, on what that means. So babe, what do you think passion is?
Okay, so passion, like just the definition of it would be, to me, like something that you enjoy doing, that you care deeply about it. So it's something that you don't mind doing, and you care deeply about it, and you'll do whatever it takes to get that, if it's a task or whatever done, or
Right.
a project or a job, whatever the case may be. If you're passionate enough about it, then it's not like work to you, basically. So that's what I think passion would be, in a sense.
Cool.
Did I answer it right? I'm just kidding.
No. No, you didn't. You're wrong. Dead wrong.
Well.
So this leads to my next one. Do you think passion is something that you're born with, or is it developed, or can it be both?
I would have to say, I feel like it's something that you develop. I don't know if it would be something that you're born with. I mean, unless you're talking about like natural instincts of just enjoying something. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would say it was something that you're born with. I feel like it's something more that you develop over time, because like you realize what you like and what you don't like, and you realize what you care about, and what you think is a cool subject to do. So I feel like it's something that you develop.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it's a born thing.
Okay.
What about you?
I actually think it can be a little bit of both.
Oh.
The reason why is because I know that there are people at a very young age that, I guess the difference between being born with a passion for something and versus developing a passion for something is just the immediate liking of it. So some kids just immediately like something. It doesn't take them any time to realize that they like it. Whereas some things, are just more developed. So there are definitely, musical geniuses and, athletes that literally from the moment they touched that ball or the moment they heard those notes, they knew that was it. So that's more so from the context that I meant when I said, can you be born with it?
Okay.
It's just like, just that immediate liking of something. I don't mean nobody's born with a passion for something that they haven't heard for. But what I meant is just the moment they heard it or saw it, they loved it.
Okay.
So
well,
that's what
in
I
that
meant by
sense,
that.
yeah, then
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
But obviously, I think for many people, and we're going to speak to a lot of people today, I think I'm going to mainly be speaking to a lot of people that have either developed, a passion for something, or didn't even know that you can develop a passion for something.
Okay.
Because I want to encourage people in that place that didn't even know that, or currently are developing something, and they maybe not be sure that they're developing a passion for something, because it's true. And I think that those are the folks that need help, because like if you were born with it, if you're watching this video, you already know if you're passionate about something. You don't even need to.
I'm one of the people that need help.
You're just here supporting. And sit here, you can continue watching this and support us and support the people in the comments and just let them know like, yo,
You'll
I was
find
born
it.
with this passion. I love it, and I don't see myself doing anything else. But at the same time, you can do other things. So we are actually going to lead to the next thing, is that it's how you know if you're passionate about something. So I will start this off by saying, you know you're passionate about something when it's instinctual. When your instinct is to just, whether it be, these days, a lot of times what ignites our passions is just watching things on the internet, that kind of get us excited about it. If you just naturally have an instinct to want to watch it on YouTube and learn the DIYs of how to do it, or how to learn the ins and outs, or you just want to get passionate. Right in, then that means that's typically a good sign to say like, yeah, you're pretty passionate about it. Probably the biggest sign, if your instinct is to just do it. The second thing is when you think about it a lot. And that's like, cause like if you're often like, if you're just like, let's say you're, in your 20s or whatever, and you're working a normal job, and you're just, but you've got this passion about something, whether it be carpentry, or
saving the whales,
or being an athlete, or saving the whales. Like environmentalism. You know what I mean? Like, making for a better environment. If you've kind of daydream about that kind of thing a lot, and you just find yourself, regardless of whether you watch a lot of videos about it or actually actively are trying to do something about it, like if you find yourself thinking about it, that's a good sign that that's probably the earliest sign that you're passionate about it, because it's like you haven't had a chance, because sometimes what you may be passionate about is not something that's easily practical to be able to do. Like sometimes it's out of your reach. Like what if, I know like you're passionate about gymnastics, but how hard has it been for you to actually go to find a gym that, on your
that's
schedule
close
and
to
things.
Me on my schedule and
so
on my timeline.
Exactly. Like it's hard for her to find like that, with her schedule and her timeline, but she's very passionate about it, because she'll watch every gymnast thing that she can. She loves the idea of it. She thinks about it a lot, and I know because I see it. And so that's like one good example of like how you're passionate about something, but you never get the chance to like actively do it, because you don't really.
And that just.
I mean, you could do some stuff at home, but a lot of
I
things,
do. Why? Right now.
Well,
I'm working back to
don't
where
lie
I
to
used
the people,
to be.
babe. Don't lie to the people.
No, I used to do like a lot of handstands and different things like that, flips or whatever. But like after baby, life happens and.
I mean, you just don't have the space either. Like, you don't have the space. You don't have a balance.
I don't have a mat.
You don't have a large mat where you can bounce, and you don't have a trampoline. And, so gymnastics is one of those things that kind of can be out of reach for some. Even though there's some simple things you could do at home on the floor. So it's just an example, y'all. It's just an example.
I do stretch though. That's a part of gymnastics.
That's one of the few simple things that you can just do anywhere at home.
Doing yoga.
So a third thing is to know when you're passionate about something is when you're willing to sacrifice time and money to learn it and to grow in it.
Oh, so I was right. Ding.
So willing to sacrifice your time and your energy and your money, for it. Staying up late nights, knowing that you have to get up early in the morning, trying to find it. Now, sometimes that could be a trap, y'all. So that don't let and that's going to lead to something else. We're going to lead to another point. I'm going to say a little bit. I don't want to jump ahead.
It's a trap.
But that's a big sign that you're, if you've got your free time and it's a Saturday or whatever, and you willing to go drive 45 minutes to go fishing. You know what I mean? If fishing is something you're passionate about, if it's because not what you're passionate about don't have to be something that you're
a job.
It could literally, or it doesn't have to be something
that's what a hobby is, though. Like I feel like that's what a hobby is. So
exactly.
So we're just using a different term. It's a hobby.
But I think
sometimes your job could be your hobby. Well, okay, let me not say that, because sometimes people
But I wanted
might
to
take
come
that
at
out
it
of
specifically.
context.
I thought about the word hobby, but I wanted to come at it specifically as a passion because passion is a different context. Because like a
Okay.
hobby could just be something you like that you really like enjoy doing, but you don't see yourself doing it beyond that.
Yeah.
What this episode is about talking to the people who are passionate about doing something that they would like to do for the rest of their life.
Okay.
Now, that just because you like to do something the rest of your life doesn't mean that you have to get paid for it or necessarily. But it does. It's kind of. I just felt like coming from that angle versus
Gotcha.
saying like it's just a hobby because like a lot of people have a bunch
True
of
that.
hobbies like. But
I don't.
I want to speak to the people who are thinking about what they're passionate about. Like they're
Gotcha.
thinking about what they want to be passionate towards, because a lot of those people want to turn that into a career. And that's
Okay.
really where we're coming from today.
Okay. Cool.
So now, we're going to kind of detour and ask a question. Can your passions get the best of you? What do you think?
Can your passions get the best of you? I mean, I think anything can get the best of you. Like if if you let it consume you and to the point of not being present and you're just constantly on this one thing and you're zoned in and you don't allow to talk to other people or just dwell or what am I trying to say, socialize with other people or go to church, and stuff like that and different things. So yes, essentially the answer was yes.
Yes. So that's a big yes. You can absolutely let the things that you're passionate about get the best of you.
Yeah.
A big one for young men out there is video games. You can absolutely, whether you aspire to be a professional gamer, God bless you, good luck on that. Professional gaming is a very difficult career.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Okay, yes and no. Because back when I was gaming, professional gaming wasn't really a thing. Like it wasn't as big as what it was now.
It was like you're gonna
now
be a what?
Now you could
actually make money for it.
You could actually be an influencer, which does gaming, but they're an influencer. So that's really more of like, what it is now versus, I mean, of course, obviously you can go to tournaments, win the prize money, but that's not practical anymore.
Yeah.
And that's intentionally not practical because like those companies they're not trying to raise up pro gamers in that sense. Like if you can make money on that level, you were probably already an influencer, possibly maybe.
Yeah.
But you can absolutely let your passions, your hobbies, whatever you want to call it, get the best of you because you can let it consume so much time. You're forgetting your responsibilities. You're not taking care of your things. So that was a short, hard yes. You know what I mean? You can absolutely get it twisted. You can absolutely get it twisted and get twisted up. And lastly, can you be passionate and procrastinate at it
Absolutely.
at the same time?
Absolutely. I'm one of those.
Sure?
Yeah. I know there have been things that I've been passionate about that I have procrastinated on, hence the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
A long time ago, and stuff like that. Because we had talked about this a long time ago, and it was just like, oh yeah, we want to do that. Boom, boom, boom.
I was just testing you anyway.
So yes, the answer is yes on that as well because you can just that procrastination, man, that can get the best of you.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just don't fall into it.
Don't go into that loop.
You're in a loop.
You're in the loop. Don't let that Netflix countdown fool
I know.
Because they give you a 15-second countdown and it cut off at 13 seconds.
I don't think it's 15 seconds.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It go
quick.
by like, it'd be like 15,
like you
14,
about to get
2,
off the
1.
couch.
I'd be like, wait, what? I just saw 14.
You be about to get off the couch and then it's like,
off the couch and thinking you got a chance to hit the bathroom, but nope.
Nope. You
and
in the loop.
Previously on this show,
Heartland
or whatever. Yeah, that's our show.
That's our show.
That's our show. Yeah, I love that show.
It's a good show.
I love the horses, man. Love the horses. Greg loves the horses.
Yeah.
Love that show. So yeah, but
Oh no, I want to watch Harley.
I know, right? Now we want to procrastinate.
We want to procrastinate, guys. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, so absolutely, you can absolutely procrastinate and be passionate about something, because procrastination has nothing to do with your heart in something. It just has to do with your discipline, your level of discipline. And discipline is a thing, man. It seems like it does seem like a lot of people. There's people in this world that are just born with extremely high levels of discipline.
I know,
no matter
man.
what they do.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Oh yeah, you're talking about mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. You're such a good disciplined person.
Yeah, she is like the poster child of discipline. Y'all. She just 5:00 every morning. Hey, what'd y'all do?
Yeah, I already walked 5 miles.
Yeah, she already, before you even got up, she already walked 5 miles, took a shower, and did 2 hours of work before you even
you
yawned,
thought about waking up.
before you even stretched your arms out. My mother-in-law is
We
is
love
a
you,
beast.
Ma.
Love you, Ma. So so you can absolutely struggle with being passionate about something, and that leads to, and that's kind of like, this is kind of off script now, but like that kind of can lead to like the whole like the battle, like the struggle with dealing with something you're passionate about. I feel like it's not even really hard when you know you're passionate about something and you're not procrastinating about it. It's like we're not even talking to those people right now. Like, let's talk to the people who are
struggling,
who are very passionate about something, but they're also procrastinating on it for whatever reason. Because don't get it twisted, but you creating excuses.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Because everybody got 24 hours in the same day.
Yeah.
Everybody got the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
it's
we love
just
you,
it's just you got to like I feel like you just have to do it. Like if you're wanting to move forward with whatever you're passionate about, you're like at the end of the day, as much as we hate to say it, you just have to do it, and you have to create, like you said, create time for that, and make a plan. Like if it's you just not being able to have a plan or whatever, get your plan in order the day before, so that way when you hit the ground, you already have your plan. This time I'm gonna do this, boom, 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 and then that way it helps you. So I think for people who struggle with being able to do it and they just procrastinate, because I'm that type of person. I will procrastinate because I didn't make a plan, and then I'm just like, oh man, now I got to do this and now I got to do that, and then all the stuff gets me overwhelmed, and then I just don't want to do anything, because now I'm just overwhelmed and I think, and life's hard.
I think procrastination is one of those things that it starts off differently for everybody, but it ends up being the same course of action. Like it ends up being the same thing where you just get overwhelmed and you just don't do it.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone ends on that note. There. Because like for me, you say it's more of like less a plan. You need to feel like you have a plan. For me, it's like, it's more of like a mindset change in the beginning. Like for me, like why I tend to procrastinate is because I didn't shift my mind towards that. I didn't anchor my mind in the thing that I'm passionate about that day or that moment or whatever. And then because I didn't do it, I start putting my mind on other things. And then all of a sudden I'm trying to, like, when I either have the time to do it, when I actually do have the time to do it, and I just don't end up doing it, it's probably because I didn't prepare myself to do it.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm just envisioning.
I talk with my hand.
No, I'm just envisioning, because I do this a lot. Because I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all this stuff, and then you be like, do. Then you be like, what the heck did I just do all day?
Yeah, what did I do all day? I did a lot of nothing.
It's just like you're bumping around, boop, boop, doop, doop, and don't get nothing done. I'm sorry. I just had a picture.
I also find myself procrastinating the same way you do too. So it's possible to procrastinate in different ways how to start. Because like if I feel like if it's something's very, like I'm a video producer guy, y'all. Like, in case you didn't know, I produce videos. That's what I do. I'm a cinematographer and editor. So I have to, like, if I don't like write out the individual steps, because there's so many tedious steps. All my video editors out there know what I'm talking about. There's so many tedious steps to getting a video started, to getting it done. And a lot of times, especially in the editing part when I'm procrastinating, it's probably because I didn't write down the 5 or 6 things that I was supposed to do before that, and to get, and then you start realizing, oh my God, there's like 1,000 things, 1,000 small things. I got to find my music. I got to manage my files. I got to import from my memory card. I got to transfer things over. And it's just like, you get hit with like 90 things and you just like, done. And you're like, I'm done.
I think I'm tired of editing.
I'm done. I ain't done before I could even start.
Yeah.
So it just be like that. That's just like how it happens for me.
Yeah.
So
just plan. At the end of the day, just make a plan, whatever that is. However, if it's resetting your mind, or if it's literally writing down a list, and stuff like that. Just have a plan so that when you have those moments where you feel like you might procrastinate, you already prepared, because you got a list, and just go down that checklist, and all you have to do is one thing each time, one at a time, like one step at a time.
Well, I like that you said, because we'll kind of, I'm gonna throw this out there too, because like there's definitely also people who will sit there and write out a plan. There's such thing as over planning.
Yeah.
And
then don't do nothing on the list.
Yeah, you write down 1,000 things and you just don't do one.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people, I think that, because I caught myself
I do that too.
So if you primarily procrastinate for that reason, it's probably because you just straight up forgot that you're supposed to do one thing at a time.
Yep.
You wrote down so many things.
You wrote 20 things
and then you wrote it down so eloquently,
nice,
and so
and neat,
clearly and neat, and you got it
all
in your planner,
in the planner.
you got it on your vision board, but bam, you don't do it. You know why you didn't do it? It's because you kept looking at it as a whole, and you forgot that you gotta just bite it off one at a time. One step at a time.
That's why you have 1, 2, 3, and put 1, 2, 3 down if that's what it takes, because I always have to tell myself that too. And then the other thing is okay, let's say you have your plan on your vision board, right? You're going to get passionate about, so you like, let's say you're like, dang, Greg, this is awesome. I'm passionate. Now I know I'm not the only one who feels like this. All right, I'm ready to get started. Okay, what you do right now is don't put it on a vision board without putting it in like a planner. Yep.
Because what you want to do is you want to put on your planner and you want to put 1 to 3 things a day.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you what you should do. If you've got 20 things on your vision board, practice those. Put 1 to 3 things a day and slowly grow one thing at a time. Mm-hmm. And if you find yourself not doing as much as you can, go back and revert to just doing one thing at a time.
Yeah, so until you can get that rhythm.
You can get that rhythm back, because trust me, that rhythm, it comes and goes sometimes. Like we're not talking about the people like my mother-in-law. She can just grow and keep on going.
She's amazing.
She can just keep doing more and more and more until she's blue in the face. But we're not talking about those people. They already got it.
They got it. They got it.
Don't got it.
Like this one.
like us. So trust me, it's an ongoing battle, and this goes with the battle in your mind, and just we talked about this in our last
battlefield
episode, regrets.
Of the mind.
Joy's not regretting things. It's a battle, and you just got to understand that there's going to be moments of weakness, and you got to play around those weaknesses and not plan for the weakness, but plan around the weakness.
Yeah.
And just know, and a lot of that, and I think the difference is just knowing and understanding that you just, as long as you got 1 or 2 things done at a time, as long as you get one thing done, even if you were going a week and you're nailing these things, you've been doing 3 or 4 things a day, and all of a sudden you just get real tired, or something hits you and some life situation happens.
Just do one,
and all of a sudden you can't even find the wherewithal, the strength to just do one thing. If you could just get that one thing done, that's fine.
Even if it takes 5 hours.
But break that one thing down into multiple things. Like, so if that one thing is like, let's say you're passionate about
gymnastics.
Okay, we'll use gymnastics for example. Let's say you wanted to learn
one
the back
stretch,
flip, the front flip, and the side flip. That's not a flip.
Well, there is a side flip, but yeah.
Let's say just focus on that front flip, on that front flip first, and focus on one thing at a time to learn that front flip. Focus on learn how to proper.
If you know how to flip.
So we're being really detailed right now, but the point of what we're saying is when in doubt, always break things down easier, because even one task that's normally easy for you to just do can be broken down into small steps,
increments.
Whether it's just changing your mind. Sometimes breaking that one step down is just praying and meditating so that you can get that thing done.
Yeah.
And then if you did that, then that's kind of like a step towards that thing.
Yeah.
So just never take no for an answer when it comes to making sure that there's a place for you to always lean back into and to do something, and always take smaller bites.
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as a bite too small. You know, you can basically that's what we're leaving you. So if you was on your phone the whole day, you know how we do. If you was on your phone the whole time, you was on IG, you was watching someone Facebook, you was
watching
learning a
Heartland
recipe or whatever on well, I was gonna say on Yumly, you was looking at something, you was doing something else.
Oh, Yumly.
If you got one thing, see now I forgot what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? If you got one thing from this video, is that there's no such thing as a bite too small. I like that. That flow good and everything.
Got it, babe.
That flow good. Don't y'all steal it.
He picked it up.
I picked it up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't have anything else. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you want to say, babe?
No, just one step at a time. I have to do that when I'm cleaning the house, and I like to clean actually. So, but sometimes I just be like tired, and
passion does not always look like that dude on IG pumping the iron, getting it going, knocking out his reps, or that person saying that they went from making $12 an hour to making $30,000,
$100,000, $168,000.
Like, passion doesn't. It's not those things.
Yeah.
It's the very small things you start with, and then it's a lot of things. It's those signs that we talked about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just recap on those. Is when it's instinctual. When you think about it a lot, when you're sacrificing your time and money for it, and then obviously don't let it get the best of you, and if you're procrastinating, then let's take one step at a time. All right, that's it. All right, we
got it.
We done this time.
We done
like a good steak.
And our last statement. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, friends, because there's some friends out there that, and you know who you are. Y'all like that red meat steak.
Oh no.
Well done, baby. I like my cow dead
and charred.
I'm sorry, vegans, people.
Dang, babe.
I hope I didn't offend y'all.
Still watch us.
Follow, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Peace.